Okay, today is Wednesday, November 15th, and we got some new Guild Wars 2 news. The new sneak peek is out. We've got 4 classes remaining, 3 after this one, and it looks like today they are releasing info on Elementalist pistols. So, pistols grant Elementalists the choice between greater damage and greater defense. Now, immediately, my first thought is, will the water pistol be a water gun, squirt squirt, or will it shoot ice shards like Mei from Overwatch? It's gotta be one of those two. All right. Hi, folks. My name is Cal Cohen, and I'm the lead skills and balance designer at ArenaNet. Expanded weapon proficiencies are coming in 2024 during the second major update for Guild Wars 2 SOTO, in which each profession will have access to a new weapon. We're back today to take a look at the pistol weapon for the Elementalist, and then we've got a trailer. So I'm gonna bounce over here, and we got a trailer. We got this lovely guy in the Menlo armor, and give me 1 second here. I think it's cropping a little bit. Okay, perfect. All right, what do you got? Is this Slay the Spire? What? Okay, alright. So he's shooting, and he's building up elemental orbs above him. Okay, hold on. So, looking at his wrist, he's in fire right now. He summons fire, and then he swaps elements to, I think that's water? And then you get like an ice one. And then now he's swapping elements really fast. All right, so it looks like by firing the gun in each element, you get an orb above you. And then he probably has a button that just yeets all the orbs at once. Okay, so similar to what they do with the hammer, but pistol. All right. Elemental ammunition. The pistol is a condition-focused weapon that brings mobility, crowd control, and a large amount of damage. The pistol will also provide some interesting gameplay decisions with its elemental bullet mechanic that grants players a selection of bonus effects. Every time you use a pistol skill except for auto attacks, one of 2 things will happen. If no bullet of the same element exists, the skill will perform its base behavior and create a bullet of its element. A bullet will then hover near the player character to signify it has been created. However, if the elemental bullet already exists, the skill will consume that bullet to gain a bonus effect. For example, let's check out 2 skills from the Earth Attunement, Shattering Stone, slot 2, and Boulder Blast, slot 3. Shattering Stone fires a shot that inflicts bleed and cripple, shattering into multiple fragments that also strike nearby enemies. If Earth Bullet is available, it will be consumed to grant the user an enhancement that makes their next few attacks also inflict bleeding. Boulder Blast shoots a larger projectile that strikes a single enemy, immobilizing them and inflicting a large amount of bleeding. If an Earth Bullet is available, it's consumed to grant the user barrier if the projectile successfully strikes an enemy. In this case, depending on the sequencing of skills, players can opt for either more damage or more defense, depending on the situation at hand. Okay. Weaver makes things more complicated. I mean, that's just Weaver. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't play Ellie, so when they make a new weapon, let's say pistol, you get 1, 2, and 3. They gotta make fire 1, 2, 3, water 1, 2, 3, air 1, 2, 3, earth 1, 2, 3, and then Weaver is the 3 is different based on the main hand element and the offhand element. So they gotta make, fire, water, fire, earth, fire, air, fire, fire, and then they got earth, and so on and so on. So they, if anything, Ellie is getting more buttons out of their new weapon than anybody else, like any 3 other classes combined. Weaver makes things more complicated, as they can attune to multiple elements at once and have access to the multi-element dual attacks. So how does this interact with elemental bullets? Dual attacks can consume bullets of both elements, granting a unique bonus for each bullet. If any matching bullet is available when using a dual attack, all matching bullets will be consumed to grant their bonus. In the event that there isn't a matching bullet, the dual attack will create a single bullet that matches the primary attunement. Chat, new drinking game. Take a drink every time this blog post says bullet. Actually, no, don't do that. You'll die. We're definitely excited to see how players utilize the elemental bullet mechanic to maximize their effectiveness in various situations. We'll do a fuller deep dive into the Elementalist pistol as well as other new weapons during the new weapon preview live stream, November 27th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And these weapons will be available during the Expanded Weapon Proficiency Beta event that runs from 9 a.m. Pacific time on November 28th until 10 p.m. Pacific time on December 3rd. Please note that since this is a beta, there will be placeholder UI, art, and audio for some of the weapon skills. See you in the mist. And once again, as mentioned in the videos, November 28th is also the balance patch. So we'll get a balance patch and also a beta to preview the new weapons with the new builds to try things out like support Mesmer and see how that is. Bullet. Just one more for the road. Pretty interesting. So, as with many of the other weapons shown so far, we did not get to see much. Like, even just talking about, like, this weapon, we really just got to see the floating bullets. We didn't really see any of the skills other than that, what was it? He fired a thing that looked like a magma ball at one point. So, there's all the bullets flying. There's the magma ball. So, we saw the magma ball thing, and we saw the, actually, I'm curious, hang on a sec. Can we see what element he's in when he fires this? He's in Earth, and he fires that. The fact that he fired, like, a lava ball, I wonder if he's a Weaver right now. If he's, like, Earth Fire at the moment, and then he shows Earth again. So, it's implying the lava ball is Earth, but it might be Earth Fire Weaver. Interesting, though. Yeah, the first thing I think of when I see this is Slay the Spire. Because in that game, you could get little orbs that would hover above you, and then they would, like, fire projectiles and stuff like that. Might be a cut. Yeah, it might be a cut. It might be just them being creative. It's pretty interesting. Honestly, I'm kind of scared. Because this right here, mobility and CC and large damage. Like, does it file your taxes too? Like, this has 3 buttons. It has 3 buttons, and it has mobility, crowd control, and large damage. Like, that's a lot. It chops salads. Slap chop. You're gonna love my nuts. So yeah, I am intimidated. I am intimidated. But yeah, that's what we know so far. There's a lot we don't know. Again, there's going to be 3 buttons for Earth, 3 for Water, 3 for Fire, 3 for Air, and then all the Weaver combo things. There's between 12 and like 30 buttons that they have to make for this, and we know 2 of them. So there's a lot of information that we're still missing. So I would say that, like, if you see this, you're like, oh man, I'm disappointed. I wanted it to make me a sandwich. There might be a sandwich button. Calm down. Wait until we see the rest of it. Maybe there is a sandwich button. I don't know. All right. If you got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or if you're an Ellie main and I totally missed something obvious, put it in the comments down below. I will read it unless you're mean, in which case I won't. And see you in the next one. We still have Engineer, Guardian, and Necromancer in the coming days.